In a backfire of epic proportions, decades of shaming slightly conservative people into silence by calling them Nazis has led to the 2020s where hardly anyone cares anymore. In a bizarro world where having a job, getting married, having kids, knowing what sex you were born, going to church, obeying the law, liking Aunt Jemima or Uncle Ben, and a plethora of other normal things get you called a Nazi, people are increasingly not shamed by the label. A decades-long epic version of The Boy Who Cried Wolf, it spawned its whole own subgenre of movies over that entire time period. Just one case in point, the Canadian production from 1998, White Lies. A girl asks a very common-sense logical question and is immediately labeled a racist. She then falls under the neo-Nazi organization online spell, which is not really a neo-Nazi organization. It ends up being a hodgepodge coalition of a bunch of different groups and organizations, some of which are completely disconnected and whose total 10 members hate each other in real life, but what the hell, it fits the communist narrative. Sometimes these propaganda films are accidentally fun, being so absolutely ridiculous they are unintentional parody. Some of them are unintentionally good, presenting a hero with slightly conservative views who is just pushed too far. For its part, White Lies is a mixture. A whole bunch of reasonable and only moderately conservative ideas are pushed onto the far right and declared violent and hateful. The effect of this in the narrative may not be what the filmmakers thought it would be. Then they very impotently seem to have no counter-argument prepared and simply end with, oh no, someone was being a big meanie. Conservative people are by nature not militant. They only step up and become so when their very life and future are at stake. Until communism was spreading, you couldn't have had fascism or National Socialism. Having apparently not learned a lesson more and more in the 2020s, every decent, good, and honorable thing in life is labeled Nazism. Having a job, getting married, having kids, obeying the law, going to church, etc., coinciding with an era in which there is record distrust of every previously trusted authority and narrative, the constant Marxist propaganda screeching is only going to push more and younger people further and further towards extreme resistance. When you keep bellowing at people that every decent thing in the history of the world is Nazism, you only make them want to be.